This is Lemmy with RevZilla, here to talk to you today, well, about a hot take I got coming inbound. The number of gears in the motorcycle transmissions is too damn high. Let's rewind to the 1911 Isle of Man TT race. We'll go to the senior section of the race, the big bikes, and Indian had swept the podium, 1, 2, 3. All of those Indians were fitted with 2-speed transmissions. That helped because the Isle of Man that year happened to have a very long, hilly section. So any bike that was equipped with gearing to take advantage of both the flat sections as well as make its way quickly up the hill did a little bit better than a comparable single-speed machine. Now, of course, we kept getting more and more gears in the box. Obviously, a 2-speed was then possible. We saw a 3-speed transmission, and I'll settle in for just a moment on the 4-speed transmission. Harley-Davidson used the 4-speed transmission quite a bit. That's a trans that has a spot near and dear to my heart. It was in use for almost 50 years. Now, it's important to remember that an internal combustion engine really has only a very narrow range in which it operates. So you may be saying, well, why do we have all these speeds in a transmission? Well, that's because road speed kept going up. Of course, back in the days when a motorcycle had a 2-speed transmission, well, they just didn't go that fast. And of course, that carries through to the current time. As cars get more capable, of course, we've seen our road speeds creep ever up. I mean, heck, there's places in America right now with an 80-mile-an-hour legal speed limit. Pretty obviously, one of the older bikes that was maybe only meant to run at 35, 45, maybe a 55-mile-an-hour road speed of the day would have a little trouble keeping up. So the reason I say that I don't necessarily love all these speeds in a transmission, well, it does have a little bit of bearing, and that's because I'm a little bit lazy. Especially when I'm out there on a street bike, the last thing I'm going to be doing is constantly digging for a gear. Upshift, downshift, upshift, downshift. Man, I get a little bit tired. Now, when you're looking at a street motorcycle, something made specifically for cruising and touring, fewer cogs in the box kind of makes some sense. So for instance, when I take one of my old junky 4-speed equipped Harleys out for a ride, usually I bang first through third gears pretty quickly, get it up into high gear, and then I kind of just modulate my speed with my right hand. Now, of course, if you're riding a competition motorcycle, you may say, that's crazy, and you'd be right. Competition motorcycles have a little bit different set of needs, so of course they're going to need a few more gears. Here's why. A competition-based motorcycle generally has a motor that is tuned for lots and lots of power. Now, if you're an experienced engine tuner, you know that as you're tuning and you're achieving more power, usually the range over which that power is provided narrows and narrows and narrows. Now, the narrower that range is, well, the less flexible the motor is. So generally, that's made up for by putting more speeds into the transmission. But there are some downsides to that as well. Some time is, of course, lost to shifting. And also, when you have those multiple speed gearboxes with lots and lots of gears, one of two things has to happen. Each of the gears has to get a little bit narrower, thus providing less surface area for the gear teeth engagement, which can theoretically make them weaker. Or of course, the box itself overall has to become a little bit wider, or a secondary shaft has to be added in. Now again, these make sense in something like a competition or a race motorcycle, simply because all-out speed is the thing that matters most. It doesn't really matter if the rider's clutch hand or shift foot is starting to get tired. However, I think that trickle into a lot of the street bikes can be sort of a pain. There are some bikes that I just don't really want a 6-speed on because I don't want to do all that shifting. So you may be wondering then why we keep seeing all these gears get added into transmissions and if it's ever going to stop. And I think the answer is yeah, it probably will. So I think we see a lot of gears added into a transmission simply because people like more. And whenever you see a bigger number, that's better than a smaller number. Now, of course, I think the other reason there too is it keeps things feeling modern. However, I think we are going to also have to look to the car world for a little bit of the explanation as well. In America, the manual transmission is more or less dead at this point. We don't see very many of them. The automatic transmission is everywhere, and automatic transmissions nowadays have tons of gears in them. 8 and 10-speed transmissions really aren't uncommon. Well, the manufacturers do that simply because if you're not actually running the clutch and the stick with your hand and your foot, you're not going to get tired and you won't mind a bunch of shifts as long as the car can make them quickly. So you may be saying too, well, why are the manufacturers doing this? A lot of that has to do with efficiency. By being able to keep the engine working in its most efficient area, fuel efficiency is definitely improved, and the EPA is tightening the emissions guidelines for cars every year. That is also probably the explanation why we don't see this happening to motorcycles. You see, the environmental laws for motorcycles hasn't really appreciably changed in 10 years or so. So at this point in time, there's probably not that much benefit to adding a whole bunch of cogs in the box, except for wearing out your foot and your hand. Now, of course, you may feel differently about this. Some of you love digging for gears, and I have to be honest, sometimes I find it enjoyable too. But generally speaking, I don't want to be downshifting through 10 speeds when I am coming to a red light. Now, if you feel the same way, drop your comments in down below. Thanks for checking out this ranty little video I just put together. I'm Lem, I'm out of here.